everyone. This is Allison, and welcome to RBL Wellness and Beauty. I am the founder of the brand. Allow me to tell you a little bit about RBL Wellness and Beauty. The mission is to provide holistic health and wellness content, services, and products to Black women over the age of 50 to help them achieve optimal health, balance, and vitality. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, well, welcome to you as well. In today's video, I'm going to go over 3 bold moves that Black women over the age of 50 can take to help them combat loneliness. And before I get started on those 3 moves, if you see me looking down, I actually do have some notes here to keep me on point without rambling on. So with that said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share this video with other Black women that are over the age of 50 that are looking to live their best life, and also looking for different suggestions and ideas to help them obtain optimal health. So with that said, let's get started with the 3 bold moves that Black women over the age of 50 can take to help them combat loneliness. So let's get started with bold move number 1. So bold move number 1, I cannot speak. The first one we have is building meaningful connections. And what I mean by that is it's never too late to actually build new friendships or build new relationships. It deepens to help deepen deepen existing relationships. So whether it's if you're looking for ways on how to make friends or find new friends, consider joining a social club that shares your interests, or you can join like a walking group or a book club, or even volunteer. These are just a few steps, few things that you can do to connect with people. And I give you a suggestion: if you are a walker and you enjoy walking and you're looking for a walking group, there is a walking group that's called Girl Trek. And Girl Trek mission is to get Black women out and walk at least 30 minutes a day. There are over 1 million members of Girl Trek. And you can find Girl Trek groups in your area by just Googling Girl Trek. That's GIRLTREK.org. It's a nonprofit organization. It's free to join. You just put in your zip code and you can find a walking group in your area. You can also go to Facebook and look for a walking group in your area. Or if you can't find a group that's in your area, you can also just start one. That's another good way of maybe building relationships and building friendships through maybe joining a walking group. As far as like a social group, say you enjoy crocheting or knitting or even looking for a book club, there's a Meetup. Meetup is a platform where you can find groups of people that are interested in things that you're interested in. Again, just put in your zip code and put in also include some of those things that you are interested in, and you can find a group in your area that's possibly doing those things that you're interested in. And then finally, volunteering. You can just Google volunteer opportunities that are in your area. So those are just some 3 ways that you can connect with some new people, or even some of your existing relationships where for some reason or another they have gotten almost non-existent, because we're all so busy taking care of our immediate family, and you haven't had an opportunity to connect with people that you know. Maybe suggest going out for a walk together, or going to a coffee house, or going um, meeting for lunch. That's also another way of maybe connecting with people that are already in your circle, but for some reason you guys are no longer connected for some reason. So maybe just consider maybe reaching out to them and going for a walk or coffee or tea or something of that nature. All right, so let's move on to number 2. The number 2 way to help Black women over the age of 50 combat loneliness is to prioritize your self-care. Sometimes when we're so busy taking care of other people and other obligations, we put our self-care second. And it tends to maybe cause us to have maybe low self-esteem, feel lonely, because we have allowed ourselves to take a back seat to everything. And so maybe by prioritizing your self-care, having a self-care day, designating a day where that day is just for you to do the things that you need to get done for yourself. And it can be anything. You really don't have to spend any money. It can mean maybe taking a bath instead of a shower, doing your hair, braiding your hair, doing your nails. If you're a creative person, maybe getting a coloring book and coloring, or taking a nap, or maybe even treating yourself out to lunch. So instead of maybe calling someone to go and have lunch with, you take that time to yourself to just check in with yourself and to see how you're doing. And after a while, after you start doing that and prioritizing your self-care, you might find out that you're not that lonely. So again, consider maybe prioritizing your self-care, especially if that has become secondary in your life. And then finally, um, pursue another hobby, or pursue a new hobby, or brush up on an old hobby that for some reason you haven't done in a while. This gives you maybe an opportunity to maybe meet other folks that are interested in things that you're interested in. As I mentioned earlier, the site a meetup. So if you're interested in reading books and you like to discuss that with other people to get other folks' feedback on occasion, then you can go to a meetup and look for a book club. Or at your local library, they often have book clubs. If there are senior recreational centers, oftentimes they will have a lot of workshops and activities for people that are over 50. So this might be a way of you getting out of the house, maybe possibly meeting other people. Consider starting a new hobby. It's something that is really like cost effective, maybe taking a gardening class. A lot of the community recreational centers offer free gardening classes. Whether it be any time of the year, you can maybe look into maybe joining or starting a group or just starting a new hobby, as I mentioned earlier, for a way to get outside of the house and just meet new people. And then finally, and if some of those things, if you are, I know I mentioned three, but I was just thinking of another one. If you're an introvert or you're really shy, and some of this sounds maybe a little overwhelming to you, especially this is 2024, and we're still dealing with COVID, the pandemic, and some people are still a little hesitant about just going around a group of people, or you might have health issues and challenges where you still don't want to subject yourself to being around in close proximity of a lot of people. Maybe consider going to the library or going to have coffee by yourself. Sometimes, I know for me, I'm an introvert by nature. I enjoy being around people, but I also enjoy time to myself. However, because I work from home, oftentimes I will go to my local coffee shop and just sit, do some work there, or I'll just treat myself to some tea and people watch. And that might help if you're feeling a sense of loneliness. Maybe just get out where you are not necessarily having to deal with people in your personal space, but you get a chance to see people, and that also might help out some with your loneliness. So that pretty much concludes my suggestions and tips. And well, you know what? Before I close, if you have tried these things and you're still feeling that sense of loneliness, reach out to a therapist, or reach out to, if you are a member of a church, maybe reach out to your pastor of that church, or talk to your medical professional if you've tried several things and you still are feeling lonely. So that pretty much concludes everything. If I could just sum everything up, I said three, but I think I ended up giving you five. And number one was to first start by building more meaningful connections. Secondly is prioritizing your self-care, making sure that you are putting your self-care first. The third thing that I mentioned was to pursue a new interest or a new hobby. And the fourth thing that I mentioned is to maybe go to a local coffee shop or to your library if you're shy or introvert, and being around a lot of people might be too much for you to start. You can just start with going to a local coffee shop or library where there are people moving around, but they don't necessarily have to be in your space, but you're getting out of the house. And then finally, if some of the things, if you tried these things as well as some other things, but you're still feeling that sense of loneliness, then reach out. It's okay. It's okay to reach out to a professional, a therapist, your doctor, to come up with some strategies to help you combat loneliness. So with that said, let me just put this disclaimer here. I am not a medical professional, a therapist. I am just a woman that's a Black woman over the age of 50 that's on a mission to um, obtaining optimal health. And what I learned, I want to share, and I want to build a community of other women that look like me, that are on the same journey. So with that said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and also share this video with other Black women that are over the age of 50. All right. Till the next time, take care.